Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Lucas and you're with me today in sunny Gloucestershire for a change. As you can see outside, it's a beautiful day and you are watching Let's Talk Tech. Now today we will be doing a small review, and it will be just a small review finally on the Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV. So I'll catch you soon. Right then, you beautiful people, let's start off by stating one thing. This is not going to be a lengthy review on the Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV. And the simple reason behind that is I've spent about 6 to 7 hours trying to do a review on this guy here, and it's been hard because there's so much jammed packed into this device that I simply don't know where to start. So we'll start off with the real basics. And effectively it will be just the exterior of the phone and the cameras, because the cameras are what you will be buying this device for, and trust me, this is the best camera phone that you can possibly buy. Right then, let's start talking about the exterior of the phone and we'll move on to things like the cameras in a second. Now, what you get on this device here is a normal OLED screen display. Now there's nothing wrong with it being just OLED. Now if you're after the 4K screen, that you need to look at its bigger brother, which is the Xperia 1 Mark IV. But trust me when I say this, you will not notice any difference, and if anything you will notice on the Xperia 5 Mark IV that the screen itself is a lot brighter than the 1 Mark IV. Why? I don't quite know. Anyhow, let's move along. Now, one thing I love about Sony devices. Now, I've never been really a Sony fan at all. I'm normally a Samsung person, making that quite clear. Now, one thing Sony have done that have amazed me compared to the other mobile phone manufacturers that we have out there. Now, with the other manufacturers, they've all taken away a few things, and as time goes by, more and more things are missing on mobile phone devices. Now, with Sony, they have managed to actually keep in the headphone jack. So a big thumbs up to Sony for that one. Now, if Sony could do it, why can't Samsung, why can't Google, why can't Apple? Now, the other thing that Sony have managed to do, they've actually managed to make a device that's still waterproof, that you do not need a SIM pin tool ejection pin for. With this device here, all you need is your fingernail. Now, I will be honest with you, if you have really short or non-existent fingernails, then this is not the device for you. Now, like I said, it's still waterproof and it is that simple. There's no hunting around for them SIM pins or earrings or even normal drawing pins like I had to on many occasions. You do not need any of them anymore. Now you have your SIM drawer out, and Sony have gone one step further again, which, like I said, other mobile phone manufacturers are slowly taking away, and that Sony have actually left for you to be able to put an SD card inside your device. Now this device here will go up to 1 terabyte, which is more than enough, trust me. And we'll pop this guy back in here. If it go in. There we go. Now, let's get on down to one thing that I do dislike about this device. And it's just, well, actually it's two things that I dislike about this device. But we'll talk about the one thing first, and then I'll explain about the second thing that I dislike about this device, and you'll understand why. Now, on this device here, you have a side-mounted fingerprint sensor, which is all good and well, but, and I do mean but, it's a little bit temperamental compared to the other devices that I've used in the past, which is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 and Z Flip 4, this side fingerprint sensor isn't as good as what you would get on your Samsung devices. Now, we're just like now, and it normally takes 2 presses. Here we go. So it's always on the second press that it will work. It's not a deal breaker, so to speak, but it's one of my bugbears, if you wish. Now, let's quickly move on to the camera system. Now I can get onto the second thing that I don't really like about this device. Once again, it's not a deal breaker though. Now, the cameras on this device are what Sony have kept back as the best of the best. Now, Sony actually supply other mobile phone manufacturers with their camera lenses. Now, Sony have given them effectively the okay camera systems, if you wish. Now, on these devices, what we have in the Xperia range, especially the top tier Xperia range, they are the best of the best. They've also included it in their top camera, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But there's a very, very big drawback with this camera here. And that's, the simple fact is that it does not support Face ID. So if you were thinking that you've got a Face ID on this device, think again, because there is no Face ID. Now I did actually telephone Sony up and had a quite lengthy conversation with one of the technical people. Now, the reason why this camera does not support Face ID is because, once again, it's one of Sony's alpha cameras. It's one of the best cameras that you could get in any device. Now, these cameras here are what you get in your proper freelogging cameras, which means the best of the best. Now, Sony has told me that they could quite easily make it a face unlock camera, but the security will not be there. In other words, you could get a picture, place it in front of this camera, and bang, they're into the device, which is no good to man or beast, if I'm perfectly honest. Now let's look into very, very briefly on what sort of camera settings that you've got. You've got your basic normal camera settings, which is there. You've also got your Video Pro and your Cinema Pro. Now, I won't go into detail with these simply because I will be here for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours. Quite simply. There is so much that's going on with this device here. I just can't even begin to explain to you how fully packed this device is. Now, one thing I will tell you, and that is that its battery life is absolutely phenomenal. And when I mean phenomenal, I mean, my God, I've not yet had a device that has been better on battery life than this device here. Now, take for example, I actually placed it off charge last night, or took it off charge, shall I say, last night at about 11:30. We are now, what's the time now? It's 11:42, as you can see up there. And we actually have, my camera will get into focus, which is being a pain in the ass. We actually have a 94% still left, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I've been using this phone this morning for quite some time. I've done the odd email, I've done the odd text, and taken about 3 or 4 telephone calls, along with jumping onto the internet. And I'm still left with 94% battery. Now, when you use the camera on this device, you're not going to use that much battery. Now, comparing it to the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and also the Google Pixel 7 Pro, where their batteries will drain quickly. I'm talking 2.5 hours, 3 at a push, and your battery is flat while you're using The camera, whether it's on video, will take normal photographs. This device here will go on all day. Now I will actually now put some videos and pictures up for you guys to have a scan at, and tell me what you think. Write in the comments below what you think of the picture quality, etc, etc. But I want you to understand everything that I've done in pictures and in video have all been done on the basic setting, so none of the other things have been played with as of yet. This is why I will be bringing out another review, so it's in more depth of detail of the actual camera system itself, because it's like I said, and I know I'm repeating myself, but this has taken me about 7 hours just to do a simple review, because I was trying to fit everything into the other reviews, and I've decided, nope, enough's enough. I just do the basics and then the more advanced reviews later on. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy the videos and the pictures. Obviously, tell me what you think about them in the comments below, and let's have a look at them. Right there guys, this is another video for you lot. It's about 8:15 at night, and this is a mic test for the Sony Xperia 5iv. So I'm gonna chat shit now, as we all do, just so you get a general idea on how good that this actual device really is. It's quite dusk here, not dark, but dusk, but you'll get the general idea on how good this phone is in lowish light, should we say.
Thinking, always get up, doing some drinking. It's my best, leave me alone. Cause I've been putting up with you long enough. I'm throwing in the towel, I'm giving you up. So we're gonna rattle my cage, you best just go.
Quick video on the stabilization of the video. So please excuse my garden, because it's kind of going to be under construction very soon with my new gardening channel. Right then, I'm going to show you what it's like to zoom in on this property here.
I bet you wanna know what I'm doing, who I'm with, what you're losing. You can find me out on the town. So you can keep doing what you're doing, keep doing you, cause you ain't fooling me no more. Who you got hanging around? All your secrets, all your pretty lies, your dirty laundry, I'm hanging out to dry.
So there you have it guys, that was the stabilization on the Sony Xperia 5iv.
So
Hey, it's been a while, girl, how you been? It's good to see your face again. I tried to get you off my mind, but you always find your way back in. I know I did you wrong, and I'm sorry for the way I treated you. Oh, girl, if you could give me just one more chance to show you everything I didn't do. So let's close our eyes, imagine our bodies wrapped around each other tight. Feel that fire burning, baby, it feels just right. Come inside and stay a while, let's get naked tonight. I can feel the heat come off of your lips as I slowly breathe you in. The taste of ecstasy, it covers me, and I'm lost in you again. Well, I can feel our hearts beating out of our chest. They're playing our song. Oh, sing, girl, I've been missing everything about you. We've waited far too long. So let's close our eyes, imagine our bodies wrapped around each other tight. Feel that fire burning, baby, it feels just right. Come inside and stay a while, let's get naked tonight, I wanna feel you next to me again. I wanna feel you next to me again. I wanna feel you next to me again. Girl, I wanna feel you next to me. So let's close our eyes.
Right then, so you've had a good little squiz up the videos and the pictures that I've just been put up. Now, before I go any further, I just wanted to show you another thing which I did forget to show you, and that's the button placage of the device itself. Now you have your camera button just there, which is dedicated for the camera. I think it's programmable for other things as well, but don't quote me on that, because like I said, I'm finding out new things every day. Now I've had this device for about 2 to 3 weeks and I'm still finding out new things. Now you have your volume buttons here, and unlike the Google Pixel 7 Pro, these buttons do not fall out. So you remember, they do not fall out of this guy here. Along with this button here, they all stay in the device the way they should. The other thing I want to point out as well is that your camera glass on the back of here, you will find, will not break either, unlike, once again, the Google Pixel 7 Pro. Just wanted to point that out to you guys, because I think Google are actually conning people with their devices. They're putting cheap crap into them, and I don't like it. Now, anyhow, like I said, you've watched the videos and the pictures that I put up. Once again, they were all done on the basic settings, so effectively out of the box settings that they were taking, and they're not perfect, but once again I will be doing a more lengthy and slightly detailed, more detailed review on the Sony Xperia 5 Mark IV. Now, I'm not too sure about this. This is not a promise, but I might be getting the Sony Xperia 1 Mark IV. I don't know. I'll have to have a little chat with my wife, because no doubt I'll probably have to sell this device in order to get that one. But I do not want to sell this device. So guys, if you want to see more reviews on the Sony Xperia 5iv, then please subscribe. That'd be brilliant if you could like as well down below, because like they say, how much does it cost to like or subscribe? It's all free. Anyway guys, as you can see by the outside, it's all lovely and sunny outside, which we don't get a lot of in the UK. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Catch you soon. Bye.
We can sleep when